Hello, I come to you on Holy Thursday. I'm Archbishop Kurtz, and I want to speak to all of you, the youth and the young adults throughout the Archdiocese of Louisville. I want to thank Carl and Laura for even suggesting that we have this video message. Many of you are feeling and facing great disappointments. I'm just thinking about those of you who've been planning and yearning for your graduations. Those of you who have prepared long and hard for confirmation, and that's something I myself have felt the lack of and the loss of in not being able to confirm you during this Easter time that's approaching. And most especially, many of you may be filled with fear of just wondering, I don't have symptoms, but am I actually a carrier of a deadly virus? In the midst of all of that, as we find ourselves just literally days away from Easter, we really hear the words of Jesus saying, "Do not be afraid, fear not." I remember hearing the difference between what it means to be a person of hope and a person of optimism. An optimist kind of ignores the reality of life and just says, well, everything's going to work out. A person of hope realizes that in life there are good times and bad times. There are successes and failures. There are frustrations. There are joys and sorrows. But in the midst of that, in a sense, like a river flowing underneath, there is that calm sense of hope that we hear in the words of Jesus, "I will be with you. Be not afraid." In many ways, I invite you during this Triduum, Holy Thursday, Good Friday, Holy Saturday, and Easter, to allow Christ to enter more deeply into your life. Let it be an encounter. You may have to do this over live streaming or on television, virtually, but nevertheless, within the restrictions of COVID-19, let Christ enter your hearts. And as you do so, I think especially those of you who maybe had your heart set on coming into the church, perhaps being baptized at the Easter Vigil, for you especially, I pray, may the gift of hope be something that fills your heart. I hope you're also, if you have time on your hands, doing some good reading. Guess what I've taken to read? I'm reading the Chronicles of Narnia. I've had the 7 little volumes. They're only about 120 pages a piece in a little paperback, and I'm on my 5th of the 7. And one of the things that C.S. Lewis has given us is the gift of imagination, of being able to see life as an adventure. And it's an adventure that sometimes has uncertainty, but nevertheless, we need to move forward. It's a very, very good gift for you to have, especially at your young age, to know that your life is before you. God is going to supply you with what you need. But for now, stay calm. Be grateful for the gift of your faith. Be grateful for the friends that God has placed in your life. Be grateful for your family. And most especially, join me as on Sunday we say Happy Easter. Christ has risen.